let's get started today. Welcome back to Cooking Like Medea. I am Tania, and again I am struggling with cooking for one. You would think I would be used to this by now, but apparently not. I am going to make one of my son's favorites. He knows how to make it, so he might see the video and decide to go ahead and do that for himself. I'm going to do a chicken Alfredo. Hey, we talked about sauces and different things, and we talked about preservatives. I like making everything fresh if I can. I use a few shortcuts for things here and there, gravy packets, things like that, for people who aren't used to making gravy. But for sauces and things like that, I think that a lot of pre-made sauces may have too much sodium, too many preservatives, and so I kind of pride myself in wanting to do this the old-fashioned way. So we're going to go ahead and get started. As usual, we always want to practice our safety. We want to make sure that our area that we're cooking in is as thorough as possible. I do not like cooking with a whole bunch of stuff around. Some people have no problem with that. That is not my testimony. I'm trying different angles to see what works best, just so that I can make sure I'm getting a good feel. And so we're going to start with our Alfredo sauce. No, we're not. First, I have some water over here boiling. I am going to add some salt to my water, because remember, we like to over salt, right? So that's going to be important. Build our flavors. Want to make sure that it's good. So I'm going to use a fettuccine noodle. Let's see if I can cook enough for maybe 2 days and not for a week, because I have a bad habit with that. I'm only breaking it because of the size of my pot. It is not a requirement, and I didn't want to use the bigger pot, and I don't know why. I just didn't. Don't want to cook a lot again, so maybe enough for a day or two. So that's going. So the next thing that we're going to get started is our sauce. Does not take a lot of ingredients to do the sauce. It's actually pretty cool. It is butter, minced garlic, heavy whipping cream, and your cheese. Most people use a Parmesan. I'm going to show you a little kick that I have, and I do something a little different. Sometimes if I want it even creamier, I will add a little cream cheese. So we're going to do butter. And when the butter is pretty nice, we're going to add in our minced garlic. This is boiling nicely over here. I like it. It's what I want to see. Instead of getting whole chicken or chicken breasts or chicken thighs, I did the chicken tenderloins today. Remember, I'm by myself, so I don't want to do too much. Let me check out my noodles. I'm gonna stir them some. We talked about this before, right? That's to stir pasta with. For those of you that know, that's great. But I realize that I have a lot of newbies in cooking, especially due to the pandemic and everything. And so I like to break it all the way down. Up to you as to how much or how little garlic you'd like to add. I'm a garlic person, I kind of like it. And we like to cook the garlic down. Oh, gives such a great flavor. It's not going to take us long at all to get this going. While that's happening, I am going to start on my creamed spinach. Garlic cooks about a minute, and I'm going to add the heavy whipping cream. You can add all kinds of things. You want to add broccoli to yours, you can add broccoli. You want to add sun-dried tomatoes, you can add sun-dried tomatoes. Completely up to you. I'm going to add some more butter. These are cooking really good. This is going. Always good to stir. Some people like to add a drop of olive oil to their pasta. It's not a bad idea. It's not a requirement either. It's totally what you feel comfortable with. Some people believe that it helps to not stick. I got a whole bunch of stuff happening at one time, y'all. Okay. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Just a little. I still want it to boil real good. And over here, I'm going to add my Parmesan. Let that stir. Now, here's my little piece. Asiago. I'm a heavy cheese head, so I put a little Asiago in there for an extra kick. Not a requirement for you. It's what I do. It's gonna cook down. And it's going to be done in a few. Over here, I'm going to make my roux. So I'm going to add a little flour. I'm going to stir that flour. Again, I got a lot of stuff happening at one time. My sauce is over here. I'm going to turn this one all the way down. over here. Turn this down some too. I do not want to cook my flour mixture, otherwise known as a roux. I don't want to cook it too fast. You cook it too fast and you can scorch it, meaning it will smell burnt and you'll be pissed because it will mess up the rest of your dish. I'm going to turn that off. Not quite ready to take it out of that water yet, but it's off. This is cooking good. I know you like, how does she have that all together? Now I'm going to add some heavy whipping cream over here. Can you tell I like heavy whipping cream? I do. And then I'm going to start adding my seasonings over there. Salt, cracked pepper, and yes, you can refill the cracked pepper dispenser and the salt as well. You absolutely can. Frozen spinach. It's all chopped up. I actually cooked it in here. And now I'm going to drain it. What does that mean? I'm going to squeeze it. Get all of this water out. Add a little nutmeg and a pinch of cayenne. Now I'm going to add my spinach to this. That. And it's the same recipe that I've used before. So it's from one of my favorite restaurants. If you see that it is not giving you the consistency that you want, you can always add more heavy whipping cream, which is why I didn't measure it and pour it, because I knew I was going to add some more anyway. As you become more knowledgeable in your cooking, in your measuring, you'll know what to do. There's somebody in my cooking group that says you keep sprinkling or you keep pouring until the ancestors say something. I agree with that. As you get more in tune with what you're doing with your hand, whether you're heavy-handed or not, you will know if you need to keep cooking or if you need to stop in your tracks. You'll know. I promise you. You will absolutely know. There's nothing wrong with tasting your food to make sure it's how you want it. I'm gonna put that in the oven for a little while. My sauce is doing good. I should have started it earlier. Okay. I need that eye. And that quickly, guys, our dinner is almost done. It does not take a long time to do anything. I promise you it doesn't. I hope you all are gaining a wealth of knowledge from all of this. What was that about to do? Oh, I need to open up my chicken. Any protein, we wash it. We wash it, y'all. We wash it. I can't stress that enough. We wash it. Why wouldn't we wash it, right? We wash it. I'm going to season my chicken. I'm actually going to season it with some Creole season that I have. You can season it with salt, pepper, or whatever. I'm going to season this with some Creole seasoning. I want my Alfredo to have a bit of a bite to it today. Since I'm by myself, I'm going to add a little bite to it. I'm going to add a little bit to my sauce as well, so that it builds. This seasoning does not require me to add any salt or pepper to it. You can cut it and put it on top of the pasta. You can mix it in with the pasta. It's totally up to you how you want to make this happen. I kind of like sitting it on top. That way, even if I don't use it all, I can save it and eat it later, like without the pasta if I wanted to. Cool. Excuse me for being in my athletic wear. I got out to get my steps in. I just literally came in and tied my hair up so that I could keep moving. I want to get all of that done before it's dark. I love the people that call my house phone. So there is my pasta. It's not all the way done, and that's great because it's gonna cook a little bit more in that sauce, guys. I didn't use a colander today. Y'all know I gotta wash dishes myself now. I gotta go back to being a big girl. A little cold water. So it'll stop some of the process, not all of it. And rinse it some more. Because I'm gonna put these noodles in the sauce. so that they can marry. They can get together. They can chill. All this is going to do is take this pasta, we'll take the sauce and put it all through the pasta. Thicker the pasta, the easier it is to cook. Thinner the pasta, the more likely it is that you're going to overcook it and it's going to be mush. Especially when you're dealing with things like angel hair or thin spaghetti. It's a chore. Okay. Few more. So I'm mixing that all up so it can keep cooking, keep marrying, if you will. It's gonna be so good. Now see that? It's doing something there. It smells so good. This is the first time you really get to see my cabinet. I know. I got a lot of stuff happening in here. Don't judge me. Trust me. I use it all. And I know you guys still want a class on my gadgets and stuff. I actually got some new boards today. Yeah, I need help sometimes. That's gonna be so good, so nice and yummy. Like I've said before, you're welcome to give me some suggestions of things that you would like to see cooked. I know one day I did get one suggestion that someone wanted to see all of the things that I make sure stay in my refrigerator. Can I share a secret with you all? I buy a lot of cheese. A lot of different kinds of cheeses. You can freeze cheese, by the way, too. And I have a lot of that. I also do a lot of shopping on, you know, the aisle where they're trying to get rid of stuff. That's me. I'm always there. They may say, oh, we have this steak and it's blah, blah, blah because it's been sitting out for X amount of days. I'll go home and cook that. Or if I'm ordering groceries like what I usually do and I see something like that, I'll go ahead and pick that up. Anything that's about to expire, I get that. Other things that are pretty regular for me to have, I have salted and unsalted butter. I always have heavy whipping cream. I always have my lemons, my limes. Now, everybody does not cook as much as I do, and I recognize that. So, if you need to buy lemon juice, then buy lemon juice, because maybe it's not worth it for you. And you guys, excuse me, you know I have to clean while I'm cooking. It may not be worth it to you to buy everything fresh. Here's another great example. You can purchase chopped onions, fresh or frozen. Frozen, of course, are going to keep fresher if you don't feel like cutting them up. Same thing with celery. Same thing with onion. Bell peppers. Yeah, you can get that like that. There's a seasoning blend that you can purchase if you're not one where you keep the onions and peppers and things. That way you're not wasting money, right? So there are some ways around some things, and it's pretty cool. So now my noodles are great. My fettuccine is great, and the sauce has taken over. So that's pretty cool. And now I have chicken strips, chicken tenderloins, whatever you like to call them. They are here and they're cooking. I can leave them whole, or for presentation's sake, I can slice them up, cut them on top. If you want to throw some more vegetables in your Alfredo, you can add some peppers, you can add onions, you can add, like I said, sun-dried tomatoes, you can add fresh tomatoes. You can add, did I say mushrooms? I think I did. You can add green peppers, or I should say bell peppers, because we like tricolored peppers, right? You can do all of that and slide that into your pasta dish. It is not a bad thing. So this one video, as you can tell, I have not stopped it at all. And in less than an hour, I have a full meal. You'll find I'm not much of a bread person. You'll find with Tyler being gone, I don't do a lot of pastas. But for whatever reason, maybe it was because I missed him, I wanted to do some things today. You are welcome to share these videos with people that you know that might need a little help. Everybody's cooking more during the pandemic. Oh my God, this smells so amazing. One day we'll talk about how I put rubs and seasonings together. We talked about that with the steak. We talked about it with the ribs. And sometimes I just have bottles of stuff just sitting there ready to go. Smells amazing. I hope these videos are helping you. I hope that they are inspiring you to cook a little bit more. Like I said, making fresh meals and not using so much of the pre-made stuff is going to save you some energy. Well, not energy, but it's healthier for you. I think I'm going to do some more breakfast. I have been asked to make my shrimp and grits for you all to see. So at some point I need to do that. We got stuff to do. I'm not putting that back in there, but I do want to taste it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's perfect. You guys be out here purchasing them little pre-made sauces, and it's nothing. Put a little parsley in there. Remember, I love colors. Y'all know I like to plate. If you didn't know, you know now, don't you? I love to plate. Yes. Chicken Alfredo. My favorite, cream spinach. So 32 minutes, dinner is done. Oof. Gonna take a picture of that so you can see it. Thanks for joining in. See you next time.